y'all, I am laughing because my breakfast just got ready. Oatmeal with Tenzi's Vietnamese cinnamon. Y'all, I slept so good today. I'm gonna do the intro for those who will be catching the replay and for those who will be new to this channel. And after that, we're gonna chat while I finish my breakfast. And I feel so like, what is happening here? I got out of bed about 30 minutes ago. So let me do the intro. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, knowing it's okay to be your authentic self, however you are, trying not to feel like you should act like something or someone else that you're not. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. Try not to feel like when you watch beauty related content, you have to use that brand, that tool, that technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Because here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even, excuse me, when you're not wearing face paint. That's what we stand for here. I just realized I forgot to put the ointment under my nose for the redness. Oops. There's two things I need to let you know if you're new here. You've already heard it. There's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. And I do always say excuse me whether I think you heard it or not. So excuse me for that. And I do curse in videos and live streams and premieres because I curse in my day-to-day life. So that's what you need to know about me. I appreciate you for being here, and please forgive me for eating my breakfast. Hey Grace, and y'all know it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm just not eating breakfast. So I'm going to take my time, wait for some more people to get here, and I realized after the fact last night, and I'm like, oh, we'll be here next Monday, same time, whatever. And then when I looked at my calendar, I'm like, wait a minute, I got live tomorrow night? What? So yeah, we're going to be swatching this baby right here. Y'all, I love this thing. I haven't even used it yet. I just love what it stands for. I love what it's about. The color story is amazing. And, excuse me, I do like MAC's formula. So, I know, hey, Locke. Oh, no, you have an organism in your body today. Oh, no. Hey, Dina. But I hope it's not disrespectful like mine, because this thing be trying to sing songs and whatnot. For y'all who just got here, Nina and Locke, my breakfast just got ready. Oh, in your throat too? Oh no. I hope it clears up soon. Oh man. Yeah, my breakfast just got ready. A few minutes ago, because I've only been up for a half hour. Oatmeal and Vietnamese cinnamon, which those of you who have been here know. So we're going to be swatching the Matte Pride palette. I did talk about it. I'm only going to talk about it again just to give a few more people time to come in. Well, really YouTube to notify people. This palette, I got to take my time on this one. Hey, Sarah. This palette was $150. But I'm going to read it to you. And I read it when I had talked about it. I think it might have been my monthly update, my beauty budget update. Viva Glam, 100% of this palette's price. 100% of the palette price. That means $150. Supports MAC Viva Glam's mission to LGBTQIA plus equality and a better future for all. That's what, excuse me for smacking, that's what I love. Because some brands, it's 1% of the proceeds, meaning 1% of the profit. Oh, I appreciate you being here, Nina. You're fixing breakfast while you're fixing dinner while I'm having breakfast. I know me being nocturnal, people are like, what are you doing? That might be 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, fixing lunch. They're like, lunch? I'm like, yeah, I just got up at like 6 o'clock. And had breakfast at like 7 at night. And so other brands will be, 10% of the profits. But the whole price of this goes to that organization. And that made it easier for me to feel good about buying it. And also, as I said, I do enjoy MAC shadows. I enjoy the formula. And what I have from MAC now are 315 BYOPs. And so even though some of the shades look similar, excuse me, they're not the exact same shades. And so what I'm going to do is when I show you the Pride palette, I'm going to show you my BYOPs because I'm thinking that I may get rid of some if shadows really are looking similar, which I'm sure some will. So we're going to open up this box, and this is the back of the box. And when I went back into the store, I think I showed it when I talked about the palette. You can remove the palettes in here and put in the single shadows. And I didn't know that. They always done that with Viva Glam lipsticks and glosses, but I love that they did that for such a large product, such a great charitable item. I didn't know. And you know why I didn't know that, Janessa? Because I don't really, because I wear the liquid lipsticks. Oh, this right here, y'all. Oh my gosh. And so for people who were saying, and it's like a puffer jacket. And for people who were saying they wouldn't use it, they would just sit it out, knowing that you can replace the shadows with their other single shadows, you can keep this forever. And so I was just like, are you kidding me? And so even in the store, so there is a mirror. Let me get the box again. Ugh. Let me close the box and then use the box to cover the mirror. And so when she said that to me in the store, I was like, oh, what? And so to test it, I took one of my little stubby nails and put it under, like I found an edge to one of the shadows. And I put my little nubby nail under it and the shadow just popped out. It was so super easy. And it was a spot of glue at the bottom, and it does have a paper. And on this, it has the names of the shadows. And so when this is over it, you see what the shadow names are. I love that because I'm like, how am I going to remember? Look at this, y'all. Everything on the outside. And I love that both the back and the front of the packaging is the same. And so to know that you can pop these out and replace them with other MAC single shadows. And also I found that the Pat McGrath single shadows fit into here as well, because I think it might be this one. This one has a couple MAC single shadows in here. And so, excuse me, you can reuse these. You can reuse this, or you can, you know, change around the shadows, change around the colors, you know, do your own color story or whatever. And I'm just like, so to me, that just adds to it, where it's not like, okay, once this goes bad, that's just it. No, you can keep this. And so I love that they did that. And I want to show you the mirror without blinding you. At the top, it says all ages, all races, all genders. And then it says MAC. That's what it says up here. So you see the mirror is like a moon shape, a half moon shape. Oh, you see me twice. Aww, she's so cute with her red nose. And so I want to eat, but I want to show y'all this because we got 40 shadows to do. I only have on skincare. I am hungry. I'm so rude. I only have on skincare. My idea first was to get up earlier to do a look for a homework assignment that I have. I slept so much better today than yesterday, for one. And so I kept, let me show you these really quick. And so I kept just resetting my alarm, and I kept going right back to sleep. And I feel very well rested. Yesterday was really rough for me. So, oh, how am I going to do this? Okay. Hey, Tony. I'm eating breakfast. So I don't want to like force this back. This is where it goes on its own. So we're going to just leave it like that. I'm going to just kind of hold it here because I want to show you my BYOPs. And in my own time, I will go through what looks similar and maybe downsize my 315 pan BYOBs that I have. But I do not have any of the shade names because what they did was they brought back some of their most popular shades, and so they're not the same shade names. And so, yes, I'm still awkward. So this is what this looks like. This is this BYOP. And so looking at it, I don't see anything that looks the same. Maybe these two blues are similar, but this one in the MAC palette looks brighter. And actually this This in this corner has a green base to it. What am I looking at? That is what I'm looking at. This in person has a green base to it, and this is definitely a blue. So we're just looking to see like what's similar. And that's not to say they may not show up the same, you know, on my lid. But these are what these two look like. And we do have some blues over here. But again, this one in this palette in this corner right here, it has a green undertone to it. Yeah, so nothing is exactly the same, but that's not to say, let's come down to these green and yellows over here. But that's not the same to say they might not show up the same on the lid. Hey, Tanya, it's 40, and we're going to swatch them all. Hey, Mona. Yeah, we're going to swatch every single one of them. So what we're doing right now is, for those who just came in, we're looking at them against my 315 pan BYOPs from MAC to see what's similar. And I'm not seeing any, which is amazing. And the lady at the store, she was like, oh, you can do really nice monochromatic looks. And I'm like, monochromatic? I said, that's boring. She went, and I said, well, for me, it's boring because I like bold and I like color and I like grunge and smoky. And she was just looking at me. I'm just like, because she was trying to help me find looks as if I don't know what I like. And the thing is when I go in cosmetic stores, I usually don't have makeup on, so they just don't know. But actually, I did have on makeup that day. And I said, yeah, look at what I'm wearing. Like, this is not... And she was like, But she looked like she was offended. She went... I was like, child. But, because she was saying, you could do monochromatic. You can put, like, these purples with the purples over here. Or you can take, like, this brown tone and put it with these browns. This green with those greens. I said, that's boring. And she went... And I know, hey Dawn, did I just say hey Dawn? I don't even remember that quick because I'm just having like a flashback of her, like she really looked offended. Oh, thank you, Tony. Sometimes I feel like I'm still learning, and you know what it is though, Tony. And you hear it in my videos. I'm like, we're just gonna do it and see what happens. It's just like we're just gonna see, and it just turns out okay usually. And sometimes there are things I don't like, and I'll be like, okay, I don't like this, I don't like that, but you know, you just do it and just see what happens. And so, yeah, I was cracking up. So this is my second BYOP. And so the first thing I see is Cobalt, which is that blue here, which I'm looking at it against this one, but it's not the same. And actually Cobalt has a purple base to it, surprisingly, and that's why I put it next to the purples, as if I used colors that way. And so I feel good about, and then we're coming over to the purples, I do feel good about that, excuse me, that even though, of course, they're all the same color story. There's every color story in here. And it looks to be two blacks. I wonder if this is carbon. If it is, I do have carbon. This looks like a smoke gray. So where's that paper? And I love how... No, that ain't even a black. That is not even carbon. This is Santa's Stiletto. And this one is Plumage. So even though they look like they're black, they're not. Well, this one does look like a smoke gray. And this one does look black. So that's interesting. And so we do know that once you get so many colors, there are going to be some that do look the same, but there's not any, I'm not seeing anything that looks exact. But that's not to say when I put them on, come down to these greens, not to say when I put them on, if I did a look with this palette using the greens and then a look with a purple and then did the opposite eye with the same, like would it be a similar look? I do kind of think it would be a similar look, but it just feels good to have shadows and knowing that they are not like exact dupes. You know what I'm saying? Even though the looks may look like it. I'm looking at the bite of my oatmeal and my Vietnamese cinnamon. Y'all, I still have some cinnamon left from that bad. Oh, it's cold. But it is getting really low. I'm down to the end of my chopped onions, so I need to order some chopped onions. This is my last BYOP. So this actually, this corner black right here next to my nose, that's actually dark matter from Pat McGrath. And next to that, that looks like a shimmer black with a blue base. That's Illuminati. So where do I have carbon? I think it might be in one of my 12 pans. And so this is what these two look like. So there's nothing that is looking exact. Let's look at this orange. Can I see? So they look the same, and in person they look the same. Used to love plumage, Tanya says. So I'm excited. I'm excited to dig into this, but I still am going to think. I'm looking at this gold right here and that gold. And so I do think I am going to do looks like one on one eye, one on the other, and see how close we get, because then y'all know I don't like dupes in my collection, and I'm not saying that they are, but if they're going to look similar, you know, I'll just downsize a couple of my 15 pans. And so, but it does feel good. The purchase feels good. That $150 goes to that organization, because if there's somewhere I want to donate to, like, I will not buy from a brand because 10% goes somewhere else. I'll just donate directly to that organization. You know what I mean? And so, but to know that $150, I feel good about that, and not having exact dupes, the exact same shades. That feels really good. So we're going to get into swatching this. Please excuse me for eating. I knew I wasn't going to make it through the live without food. I have my sponge tips here. I have a fresh makeup trash bag. Is it MAC on sale somewhere? I don't know. Oh, what I should say is I don't know if this is here nor there, because even online, this is not available anymore. And I'm sure it'll pop up somewhere for like $500, like brand new, like on Mercari or Poshmark or eBay or something. But I was like, And I did think to get a second one, like just to keep for down the road and to have it for a giveaway. And I thought maybe like once I get to like 2,000, but I said that's a long way off. And so I didn't want to just have it sitting here like all of that time. And so I did not buy a second one to keep for a giveaway. If I was closer, I would have, because this is an amazing palette. And I have no rainbow palettes. And I'm like, this is like every color except just the straight matte black, unless that's swatches as a matte black. But I just feel really good about this, and that I can remove them. I'm gonna take another bite of oatmeal, and then we're gonna get into swatching. Nope. And MAC shadows, they do last a hella long time. When Power to the Purple, last one I used that one in the video, I'm like, this is dry, and I went in to get it, and that's when I saw the Pride one in person, and I was like, oh. And I don't know why. This is Power to the Purple. This is the new one. This one here. And I don't know. I think I must have put it out of my head, because when I saw the Pride palette, I'm like, I'm not buying it. I don't do rainbow palettes, blah, blah, blah. But when I saw it in person, I was like, oh, shit. I was like, look away, look away, look away. And I should have known, because even like the connecting colors, they look so much better in person. You know what I'm saying? But when I was just like, oh my God. I said, I need to link my Rakuten to this or whatever. Hey, Paulette, you used a palette for the Pride show, says Janessa, and it was very silky and blendable. It was like painting watercolors, but makeup. And I love the formula. Yeah, it did, Tanya. I was like, oh, and then I was like, oh shit, fuck it. So I just went over and just looked at it. I was just like, I could not get away. And so the next day, I think like 2 days later, I went back to get it. It was showing up on the website. And then when I went to order it, because y'all know I was going to use Rakuten for a $150 purchase. When I went back online to get it, like 2 days later, it said out of stock. And she said they only had 3 in the store and 1 for display. And she said they were not being sent anymore. But I know sometimes when you shop online, it'll say not available, but it's in the store. And so when I went back, all 3 were still in the store, which was weird, because prior it said available for pickup, and then 2 days later it didn't, but the same 3 were in the store. So I don't think this is big to hold up every time to show you a color. So, and I know you don't know the colors. And the colors are on the paper. And I love how it's directly on top of the shadow. So what I'm going to do, I need to figure out, what we're going to do. We're going to go in a half moon shape. So as you see the mirror is half moon, it mirrors the colors. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to come here and we're going to come around. And then we're going to come here, that second row, and come around. And then here and come around. And then here. But I'm not going to hold this up every time. I'll say the name of the shade just so you can have an idea of what maybe it's supposed to look like. Like that's White Frost, Dazzle Light. I don't know, you may not know, Apple Squeegee. But I think it'll be a lot to, unless I do it like this, but then am I going to remember on the paper where I am? To be like, what shade is what shade? Or, okay, here's a question. Or just swatch them and don't even say the names. Just hold it up and just do that and not be concerned about the names because these are not available. This is not available anymore. So does the names matter? So let me know. And you know what? The way I have a witchamajigget that I have all of, well, not all of, but most of my palettes in, and it's maybe this high. And this actually fits. Like if I sit this in the back where Beans and Booty is, or because it's a little bit lower, let me see. The shortest palette in the front is Jolena from Lethal Cosmetics. This is in the front. So the MAC one is about the same size. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably put MAC all the way in the front. And because it's the same height, that's the first thing I'll see. But then I don't know if I want this pressing up against that metal. But this fits like right in. And where I have my palettes is from like here to out here. So this fits like perfectly in there because that was a thing too. Or it was like, okay, sit it up in the back. And I might do that. Sit it in the back with Beans and Booty where I can actually see it and I have to like dig in because it is the exact height of the palette. So I might just sit it that way. And this will be nice to look at. So here's the first question. Do y'all want me just to swatch and do the names or just keep on swatching? Because we got 40 to do. And I do think I feel like it would slow me down trying to remember what shadow is what shadow. So let me know while I'm eating. Just watch and don't say the names. So that way we can just try to go through as quick as we can. All right, y'all let me know. Thank y'all for being here for this. And after being here last night. Don't let anything scratch that puffer jacket. And so all the way in the back, I have, you know what? I'm going to see real quick if it will fit like sideways. Because the thing sits this way and it's long. But if it'll fit, I have a mirror on one end. I'm going to see if this will fit like straight in just on the side. And you know what, Lock? It does. It's just sitting straight up, just chilling. So this is a perfect container. And what I'll do is, after this live is over, I'm going to take a picture of where most of my palettes are, so you'll see how it is and how I'm going to store it. But yeah, it fits perfect. So I just had this in a space that's like this wide. I took out the mirror and put this in there, and it just sits right in there. Oh my gosh. And that was a thing for a few people. They were like, this sucker is huge. And it is huge. It is huge. But because of what I use for my palettes, it does really fit. Swatch, don't say the name, says Paulette. Tony, just swatch. Just paint your face. No name, says Tanya. I'm excited. And I did message Janessa. I'm like, Janessa, I saw it in the store. I'm like, oh my gosh, it is so pretty. And I asked her how the formula was, which I know I like Max formula. She was like, yeah. I was like, oh, I'm like, fuck. Because I'm trying not to buy it, right? You know, so I bought it. Mona said she couldn't make up her mind. You can never make up your mind with that many colors. But I support Pride, so would have loved that palette. Yeah. Okay, one more bite, y'all. One more bite. A little piece of bite. God, I dropped the spoon. Excuse me. If it was a makeup brush, I would have left it on the floor, but okay. 150 for 40. It is a good bargain, Tanya. $150 for 40 shadows. That's like what, like $11 a shadow? But they're singles. If you buy them in the pro pan, it's $11. And so 40 for 11 would be 440. And also factor in. So yeah, so it's like $11 a palette. Oh, thank you, Locke. Oh my gosh, don't make me cry. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, it is. And that's what I was thinking too. People are like, $150? You're getting 40 friggin' shadows. And if you love max quality, you know that's a good deal. So, all right. We're going to swallow this oatmeal. Thank you so much, Locke. Oh, Janessa says $3.75 per shadow. Okay. You know, you get oatmeal stuff with candy. All right, let's get to it. All right, here we go. I got sponge tips over here. This is my container. I keep my sponge tips in and my lipstick applicators and my spatulas. So we're just going to take a bunch out, and if I need more, which I'm sure I will, I'll just take out more. This stays right here, very easy access. All right, y'all. Let's get the swatching. Y'all, this would probably be a month of MAC. Swatching these. No crying aloud, choking. I want to make with triple interest. I know. I'm just always. All right, let me just do this. I'm just always amazed and surprised, and it really just touches me. It does. And this, the support that I receive on this channel, I'm just like, oh my God. And so stuff like that, I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh shit. And so, okay, so let's get the swatch, and let me get myself together here. So we're going to start. Oh damn. I hope my thumb don't locked up, because that did that before. Something happened to one of my fingers before. I think it was one of these two that locked up, and it was very painful. So we're going to swatch this one, and this is going to be all over my face and probably down here. We're going to see. I don't believe any are dual chromes or multi-chromes, which will help, because then I don't necessarily need to do them wide. So that looks like a blue. What is that? Y'all tell me, is that blue to y'all? Y'all know I have trouble describing colors. This thing is going to be, okay. Oh my gosh, let me keep going. That's really pretty. I'll sit here and stare at it. We got too many to do for me to just be like, oh, a nice pearl. It's too many for me to just sit and stare. So let's just. Oh my gosh, I really do like MAC shadows, y'all. This one is a matte. I can feel it. Anyone else have their eyes on any new palettes coming out? Oh, that's a nice transition shade, blend out, buff out shade for me. That was this one. Because it's there, not there. And y'all know I do be using those if I got issues. I'm like, oh, let's use that. You know what I feel like doing after? Oh, that's pretty. I feel like I'm gonna say that a lot. Oh, that's pretty. So we have one, and I'm not gonna do this for all of them because it's too many. 2, 3. This is a matte. These two are either satins or metallics. And for MAC, sometimes I think the satins and metallics are the same. So, but we're gonna keep going. Throw that in my makeup trash. That sponge tip. Right, let me get myself over here. Thank y'all for being here. I really appreciate it. So where are we? We're down here. So now we got the 4 greens. And they feel nice. I mean, standard MAC shadow, MAC formula. Ooh, that's bold. Ooh! Okay, let me calm down. Wonderful color and pigment. Yeah. And now this one. Y'all, oh my gosh. That's cute. They kind of blend in together, but this is brighter. So if I wanted a gradient acid rain color, Tanya says, I'm so glad I found your channel, Mona. Oh, Thank you, Mona. I know I'm a troll over here. I just be doing whatever. We're gonna go into that one again. Excuse me. So yes, definitely if you were in the monochromatics, you have a look right here. Here you go. You got to look right there. You got to look right here. Oh my gosh, that was disgusting. Excuse me. You got a nice little three shadow look, a nice little whatever type of look, a nice little red look. So if you wanted to do monochromatics, it's very easy with this palette. And if you want to be bold, you come straight across. These four right here would be nice. These four right here would be a nice funky punk type look, I think. Let's see what else. I'm seeing a whole lot in here. Even like these three, I think I might have said. Yeah, if you wanted a nice, bold, colorful matte look, you can do these four right here. This brown, that blackish, and these two. So yes, it's with all these shades, y'all. It's going to be so much to do. Where am I? Okay, I'm right here. I love. Y'all like how I get all up in here? This is an easy look. These four right. Oh, this is smooth. What? Dang, this is smooth. Oh. Tony says no, and she wants to see your entire makeup collection. I tell her almost every live and like every third comment that I reply to that she leaves. I'm like, hey Dawn, you should start a YouTube channel and do a makeup collection because it would do really well. That, oh my gosh, look at that shade. That's this one. What? Okay, that sponge tip is in the trash. So now we're here. Oh my gosh, this looks similar to something in one of my other, not other, but this looks similar to my BYOP, one of the shadows in there. But then once I swatched it, it doesn't. The other one is more silver. This does seem to have a blue base. Look at me tearing up my skin up here with this. Y'all see how it's turning red? She's putting it back on you, Tony. She's like you too. Word on the street though, Dawn, you got a lot of stuff. Yeah, that aqua, oof. That is gorgeous. Yo, that blue is blue and says Tanya, right? Where am I? That was this one. Okay. So this one, yo, oh my gosh. Okay, this is, did I say earlier? Yeah, that was a smoke gray. It looks like a smoke gray. And it is. It can be built up. So let's see. It can be built up. This is nice. And some people prefer dark shades that don't go on super dark at first because they like the option to build up or they're getting used to shadow. That built up nice. Look at, ooh. I'm just trying to get it even. That is pretty. Okay, now where are we? Here. Yeah. I'm trying so hard not to forget where I'm at because I am so excited. Look at that. Oh, that's this. Look at that. Wow. And now this one. That is pretty. It is Tanya. Oh my gosh. This is pretty. I am so happy to have this. And you know what I was thinking about too? People are like, oh, that's expensive. There's people that run out and get Pat McGrath full price, $129. People run out and get Natasha full price, $128. Natasha's is 15 pans. Mothership's is 10. But I'm like 150 and y'all like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, okay. And I know it's the name thing. Look what I'm doing to my shoulder with this palette. It's because I have sensitive skin and being tan doesn't help because I mark up really easy. I was doing something when I used to date as a teenager. Somebody kissed my neck. I'm like, nope. Nope, I'm tan. Get off my neck. I bruise so easy, y'all. And even if not bruising, y'all see how fast I turn red. So I'll be like, no, don't even on my neck. Nope, don't do it. People buy lipsticks for $40. Yeah. And Janessa did the math. $3.75 per shadow. So now we got these three over here. Yo, I am really excited to have this. And even if, well, we saw there were no exact dupes with my 15 pans, I'm just like, Because there are some similarities though. I'm like, do I even want to keep the 15 pans? And right now I'm gonna say yes because I would travel with it. I would not travel with this just because it is so big. But the 15 pans I do actually travel with. This is pretty. Tom Ford costs 90 for friggin' shadows, $90, and people be going out buying it for a price. Our gal Dolly just came out with a beauty line. You know my Dolly part? I have no words. I have no words. Some people are. I thought that was going to be darker. I don't know why. That's this shade. But you know what? It looks how it looks though, right? Meaning it looks how it looks in the pan. I think this is the satin formula. I think the metallics are the ones that's brighter. These light shades though are ooh, nice. Is this one done? Is this sponge tip done? No, still got two sides on here. And you pay 17 just for one more. Exactly. So when people are like, oh, it costs a lot, I'm like, think about what you already paid for that you have, and then tell me this costs too much. Yep, exactly, Paulette. We pay for what we value. You buy makeup and clothes. Yep, that is pretty. This is really pretty. Wow. So, so that's this whole bottom. I'm not even gonna count how many it is. And then we're gonna. Do I want to come this? Let's just do this way and then come back and then back. Okay. I was gonna ask God. I'm like, let me just do it. And I like how like there's blue here, there's some mauve, there's like burgundy here, you got burgundy here, you got purple down there. I like how it's mixed up, is what I'm saying. And I know that they did, light to kind of dark, but still just to look at it, it's not just everything is just like strictly monochromatic the way they place the shadows. This is nice. It looks to have some purple in there. Blue with the purple undertone, like I know how to describe colors and I don't. That's nice. Excuse me. So that sponge tip is done. Is it not ironic that my makeup trash bag this time is a MAC bag? So we're here. And my thumb is getting sore holding the back of this palette. All right, where are we going to go now? Shit. Let's just do here. That's this. What? Oh my gosh. This has sparkles in it. I don't know. What did we do? This shade. This has sparkles in it. Several palettes in one. Yeah, it is. Oh, y'all know I like these dark tones. This surprised me. Electric Blue Genesis. Oh my gosh. Y'all. Oof. I'm trying to hold it together. I really am. Oh man. Okay, this is a there not there, which is good. So this would be like the inner corner shade, or like the first portion of my lid. Like when I do like 5 colors, I have like one color here, one here, one here, one here, one over there. Or if I have purples on my lower lash line, use this to buff it out. That's pretty. And now we are here. Some of them, I can't tell that I swatched them or not. And I do go wide. I go all the way, like start in the middle and go all the way around. But some of them, the mattes I can definitely see I've swatched. But some of the metallics, it's like I can't tell. It just looks like it did. These are cute together. This is a nice, easy monochromatic 2 shadow look right there. And use this for your liner if you don't want to put it on the lid. Like if you're not used to color or don't want to do something really colorful. Ow, look, I'm just gouging my shoulder. There's like a dip. What I do for makeup. So now we're going to come to this one. This is a matte shade. I feel like this is going to be bold. And it's not. After I said it, I'm thinking it ain't going to be that. And why did I come like all the way in here? My freckles are throwing me off. Because it's making it look patchy, but it's not. It's my freckles. This is pretty. My shoulder. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're coming over here. This has sparkles in it. Ooh. Nice orange. Is that what this is? Is orange? Because I don't know what color that is. like a brick red type orange thingy. This is a black with sparkles, but as I'm blending it out, it's looking almost, I don't know what it's looking almost like. Like some pink and purple specks or something. Coral, this one. Yeah. This is pretty. Wow. That's this one. That's pretty. Is this sponge tip done? Let me see. No, I still got 2 more sides on here. So now we're gonna, oh my goodness, my thumb and my shoulder. So this one, this is a nice copper shade. Yeah, it is pretty, Mona. This palette, oh my gosh. That's cute. So that's like a there, not there. That's really cute. So we have one more side on this sponge tip. And so now we're going to come to this one. Y'all, I am so glad that I purchased this. We're going to just bring this all the way over here. For no other reason than I'm imagining I'm going to be like the Lion King. And so I'm trying to get both sides symmetrical with the swatches. So when I do a picture after the fact or a YouTube short, it kind of looks the same. This is a nice there, not there as well. And that would be something I would use for, I don't know. So now we are here. So we have these 3 left for this row. All right, let's come over here. Oh, that's nice. That's dark. That's rich. That would look really nice, like with these, if you want to do something really light. Let's do that again. That's pretty. I like how dark it is when you put it down. But you know what, too? Like with MAC Shadows, you see how, even like with this one, when I put it on, it's like pow. But then as I blend it out, you see how that... I love it. I love it. I love it. So now we got this one up here. Thank y'all again for being here. I really thought this was next week. Next week we don't have a live, and so I feel like I started yelling. I'm sorry. That's cute. So I'm going to do a members only post asking for topics or whatever. I still need to use Web Weaver. I don't have anything new to show you, which feels good because I feel like I've been doing a lot of like lives. Maybe because last week I did 2 back-to-back, and then this week I did 2 back-to-back as well. Don't forget the thumbs up for the immense number of swatches. LOL. Thank you, Janessa. So those are those 3. So now we're going to come to this one. So we just have... Yeah, I didn't know. When I was... I thought I saw Jerome Cousin over there. It ain't nothing over there. That's why I went... Who in here remembers Jerome? Ooh. Who in here remembers Jerome? That surprised me, like how that one surprised me. Dang. That is pretty. That is pretty. So this sponge tip is done. Where was that? Okay, now we're coming to here. Why do I feel like we did something similar to that? Maybe it was this one. That's reminding me of something that was in one of my 15 pans. I should go this way because of my wrinkles. You see, it's like moving. Jerome, you remember Jerome, Nina? I was like, oh no. Where am I at? We did the bright. This is that one, so this is this one. I was trying so hard in that video not to keep being distracted, but I was like keeping my eye on him to see where he went. And then even after that, I kept thinking Jerome's cousins better not be coming here looking for him. So this blue, I'm anticipating is going to be bold, which means it probably won't be. Because I always said this was going to be bold and it wasn't. I really want to do a live, but I'm afraid no one will show up and I'd be devastated. Somebody will show up, Mona. Somebody will show up. Either, oh, wow, that's how, ooh. Y'all know I want to swatch this one again. I don't remember which one it was though, but I'm not going to do comparison swatches because we already got so much to do. I was so anxious, my first live, but when I did it though, what was that one? The pale blue, this one, that's this one. I got hooked. I got hooked because what I love most, I've heard people say what they love most is not editing. I do go back and edit like the description box, but what I find I love the most is being able to read your comments and talk to you and respond to you like right now. And because even in the premiere, it's like, okay, you type your comments, I type my comments, but here I can read it and actually feel like I'm talking more to you than just reading your comment and just replying on the screen. Announce it first to ensure people. Yeah, yep, that's exactly it, Tanya. And even like for today, yesterday I accidentally deleted it for today because I had scheduled this like a week ago. And so like earlier today, I shared it on my community tab saying, tonight's the night, blah blah blah. And granted, everyone doesn't have their notifications turned on. Sometimes YouTube doesn't even notify people. I've had people come into lives 30 minutes after I'm here and they're like, I just got the notification. But I do put it in my community. I schedule it so that way it'll show up in people's feed, and I share it on my community tab like the day of or the day prior just to remind people if their notifications are on and if they do look at their community tab and they'll see it. That is a pretty mustard kind of color. That's this one. Excuse me. And sometimes, Mona, I do just get random people that pop in. Sometimes they're the not so good kind of trolls. They're just coming and be like, "Oh, what's your car you drive?" And then when we ignore them, then they leave. But people will show up. I mean, it's not like Jen Love's channel where you'll have, like 500 people in there, but somebody will show up. And so it's just, if it's something that you want to do, just do it. The same with our channels. We do it just because we want to do it and just hope people come along and, resonate with our vision. So yeah, people will show up. Just announce it, schedule it, do your reminders. This reminds you of orange juice, right? It says Tanya. And then Mona says, oh, Dawn says, you've been in a live where it was just you and the content creator. That would be me and you, Dawn, because listen to Mona. Dawn said before do a live every day. I'm like, it would just be me and her sitting here. And I'm just like, no, girl. That. And the thing is, if I had content to do, like I would, because even back to back, like y'all still be showing up. And then Mona says, yes, with being so busy, I think it would help not to have to edit. And you have, my thumb is stuck, y'all. Oh my. Oh, I need to warm it up. Oh my gosh. Oh. And it's not stuck, it's just stiff because it was like that for so long. I do my primary disabilities are chronic joint pain and fibromyalgia. So if I sit, and that's what hurts me when I sit in cars for a long time. Like I just get stiff. I'm trying to soften it up so I can bend it because it's really like not wanting to. And my thumb goes like this. Like I can't. When your tan leaves, those muted colors may brighten up when applied. They might. Okay, I'm backing up at Mona's comments. Yeah, what did we talk about yesterday? Oh, last night. Oh my gosh, Mona, my live was like almost 2 hours because we were reminiscing about more simpler times. Did we grow up in simpler times? And we got into some discussions, and it was so nice, and it felt so good. And time really just flies by. And that was Dawn's topic that we did last night. It's no fun with 500. Yeah, and a lot of people don't even comment when it's like hundreds of people. If you just had a couple, that would be good. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Somebody's going to show up. And when it's a couple, like now, because some people will come in and not speak, and so I don't know who's here. I only know who's here when they comment, and then it's like, oh, hey. And I love it when like somebody will come in and they'll say hi specifically to different people. Hi, Locke. Hi, Janessa. Hi, Grace. And I'm just like, oh, my trolls are getting along. Like that's a good feeling too, because then it does feel more like a community, like our own little community when everybody's getting along, everybody's speaking to everybody. You're going to do a live working from home. I long for actual interacting. Yeah, and I'm officially retired from the clinical field, so that's why I'm here so much. Yeah. And I try not to schedule. I don't schedule if I know there's crossover between my audience and someone else's, I don't schedule my lives when they do theirs because I don't want people to choose. And so that's why I do Mondays and Tuesdays. But some people do Sundays, some do Saturdays, some do Thursday afternoons. It's just, and you can always put on your community tab and ask and do a poll, like what times would be good or what days. And so that'll help you too, maybe, to figure out when the most people could be. Even if it's only 5 people that answer, if they all say something similar, then okay, that would be when you would want to do it. Get lost in the CR, says Tanya. Oh, get lost in the crowd. Yeah. Yes, I have a Zoom call for Kamala last night. This is still but I've liked her. You can watch the replay. And also what I really love is after the live stream is over, YouTube automatically converts it to a video. And so it's still there. People can still watch it. Dawn says she remembers when she was brand new to the stream and she appreciated how everyone made her feel welcome. And she tries to do the same. Some chat, nobody talks to each other, or it's only the people they know. I've noticed that too. When I come in, I'm just like, hey, everybody. And if I don't even know who most of the people are, people will still comment, hey, Dion, hi, Dion. And I'm thinking, I don't know. But it is, I'm going to hold it this way this time because this thumb is not wanting to soften up. I should say warm up. So where were we? The orange. That was the orange. Okay, so we're here. I'm glad we stopped at a color I could notice. And the not to say the hardest thing, but what also I think makes my time go by faster and we're here so long is because I do read every comment. I've been in live streams where the person will respond to the comment, but you don't know who said what. You know what I mean? And that's why I'll be like, oh, yeah, Mona just said she tried to say hi to everybody. Like because I want you to know I see you and I hear you. And also for me, for whatever reason, when it converts to a video, the live chat doesn't show up. And for other people's live streams, when it converts, it does. And so that's why I want to make sure, like if somebody's watching later, at least they know what somebody said. You know what I mean? So, but that's just, what I do because I want y'all to know that I see you, I appreciate you. And if somebody's watching the live stream, the replay, they're like, oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I do Mondays. Every Monday is how I started. It started because I had one of my official troll kin, which is what I call my channel members. They requested I do a live once a month. But once I did it, I was like, oh, shit. So then it became every Monday. Every Monday night is my live. And if I have something extra, like this is extra, then I'll do it the next day, Tuesday. So that's how we had 2 last week and 2 this week. But Monday night is my live night. And if I have something else to do, I'll ask my members, what do you think? And they're like, yeah, come back tomorrow night. And that's one of the perks of membership is I ask them a bunch of stuff. I enjoy getting to make new connections, and I like reading the comments, and I like to have a topic to a theme to. Yeah, some just get on and be like, oh, what do y'all want to talk about today? And I'm like, click off. I mean, because I wouldn't know why I'm here, other than just I have free time. So now we're going to come to this one. Thank you, everyone else, for bearing with me. And this is what I'm saying. This is why it goes longer, because I really just be talking. But because I do appreciate y'all being here. This blends out really nicely. This would be a nice transition shade for me because y'all saw how like here it is, right? And I could just do that like in my transition area, which is nice to know. And if I wanted to blend it out, I could. That's nice. And now I'm going to come to this one. I did not know that these pop out. When I went back, she was like, oh, yeah, they're removable. And I'm like, what? I was like, damn. So that was just like another reason to get it. You love the light green. I know, right? I would use that for transition too. Yeah. Because these shades like this, like bold yellows and greens, they do just show up, they blend in like for my transition area. Something else looks similar to this somewhere or not. And what's tricky, not tricky, but I'll be like, oh, that looks similar maybe to that one. But you can tell they're different. This seems to have some yellow over here on this side. Or more bronzy or something. Is this sponge tip done? Nope. Where are we at? That was that one. So now we're up here. I am just so glad that I got this. Let's put you right here. Ooh. I gotta make myself laugh when I be like, ooh. That surprised me, like how that one surprised me, how that one surprised me, and how this one surprised me. That is nice. Oh my gosh. So, ooh, y'all, we got 5 more. Leprechaun. Tanya says, yeah. So we got 5 more, y'all. Ooh, well, we've been here like 55 minutes. So we got 5 more. Where'd we go? We went here. So now to here. So here's another yellow. Ooh, that looks different. So where are we on the face? We're gonna do this one all the way. Because 2 of these we came almost all the way. That wasn't that bad for 40 shades. Because I'm thinking, this is going to be hella long. But then my lives be long anyway. Also, Mona, when I started my lives, I noticed that most people were trying to stick to an hour. And I'm like, okay, we're going to stick to an hour. That ain't never happened. And I think it is because I read every comment. And I do comment to the comment. Where a lot of people don't. And I do want to respect people's time. But then part of it, too, is I'm like, you know, why beat myself up about it if the people in here are okay with it? You know what I mean? And they know I be trying to get out of here. But then somebody will say something else, and then it kicks off a whole new conversation. And I'm just like, I'm trying to get y'all out of here. But, so it's cool. It's like whatever happens is what happens. So now we got 4 more to do, y'all. Wow. That's a nice orange. That I do. Actually, that's like, I don't know, like a brown orange. That's pretty. Keep in mind, too, and I feel weird saying this because you can't buy this anymore unless you want to be rip the new one without lube. Because I know somebody's going to sell it for like $500 somewhere or try to. And, you know, somebody will buy it. Keep in mind, too, my complexion. So your complexion and undertone will dictate sometimes how stuff shows up on you. And the eye primer I use is called Invisipink. The Fenty Amplified Eye Primer is called Invisipink, and it does have a pink tint to it, so that may or may not make a difference. Excuse me. Nina's talking to Dawn. Sorry, I know you've been swatching MAC shades, but do you shop? Y'all can talk about other brands. I'm not one of them people that be like, this is MAC, don't talk about nothing else. No, share your comments, your thoughts, chit-chat amongst yourselves. Oh, I missed Janessa. Yeah, don't be sorry about that. Nina, talk about whatever. I mean, we just hanging out. And that's what happens when you go to a family barbecue or a friend's house for dinner. The conversation goes where it goes. Janessa said she did a version of rainbow eyes with this. Yellow in the inner corner on both sides. Purple on the outer corner. One eye, yellow, orange, red, purple. And the other was yellow, green, blue, purple. I've done 2-tone looks like that too. That sounds really pretty. See, now... Okay, Janessa, you know, we're going to have to do a collab with this palette. You know that. I'm going to say it again just so when I watch it back, I can remember and make a note. And we still have our life to figure out with Grace. But yeah, Janessa, we need to get with this palette. And also, because you cannot get this now, if you're seeing shades you like, just try and dupe them for what you have. That's all. Oh, Mona says, thank all of you for welcoming her, a newbie, to the group. Beautiful palette, really enjoying this. This is what we do at the Crazy Troll Nation, Mona. Everybody gets along. Oh, Paulette Mona, she says, you're a troll fam now. Yes, Janessa has a channel. And actually, I don't know if you can click on her name and it'll take you to it or not. But her channel is Janessa Jaye Champagne. And her and I have done collabs before too. And I've always linked her like in my, either in the title and or in the description box. Don't tell me you become a member and you don't join, Mona. Don't play with my emotions like that. Is a Dawn is telling Nina she wanted a mystery bag but told herself no. Hey, Dawn. You should start a channel and show a collection of all of the mystery bags that you purchased. Lethal has a mystery bag on sale, y'all, but I think I have all the shades because they have shadows on sale, and sometimes the shadows that are on sale are in the mystery bags. Because every year I get at least 2 mystery bags. And usually that's like at the end of the year. Dawn does not have a channel, Tanya. That's why I always be teasing her, like, hey, Dawn, you should do blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because word on the street, she got a lot of stuff. And people love collection videos. Yes, Janessa says she will love a collab. Yes, Mona channel as well. It's a lot of fun. It is fun. Like just hanging out. Where are we? What color was that? That was the orange. I like that. I like this. I like all of this. So we got 3 more. Yo, I am just so glad that I got this palette. And I feel so good about it. 40 shades for $150, a brand that I like, the formula that I like. And MAC is easy, no fallout, the shades show up. Easy peasy. Dawn says she doesn't buy mystery bags often. There's a thing in front of your comment. Because you'd rather choose what you want. Nina says, LOL, every chance we get. Dawn, we need to see your collection. And Mona says, no, I will, but I will. I was committed to your channel because even though you are beautiful and have a lot of makeup skills, you say everyone is welcome. Definitely. And how you do it is up to you, with or without makeup. I just have on skincare today. I'm like, yeah. And then Dawn says, Tanya, I would have enough stuff, probably more than most channels. That's why, hey, Dawn. That's why you need to start the channel. We got 2 more, and we got 2 left over here to do. So this one that looks black. Excuse me if y'all see the lights up top. I'm trying to be nice to my fingers over here holding this palette. So let's put this down here. So it's not a black. It's definitely not carbon. Carbon is in Hi-Fi palette. And I knew I had it, the Hi-Fi palette, this one. See if I can open this with one hand. Yep, I opened it with one hand, y'all. Oops. This is carbon, this black right here. I knew I had carbon somewhere. And I want to say it's in Unfiltered Nudes. Let me see real quick. I love my station because I can reach everything from right where I'm sitting. I mean, I might got to stretch a little bit, but... No, carbon's not in here. Carbon is not in there. Why am I thinking I had 2 carbons? It's not in this one, I don't think. I might just be making up stuff. Oh, yup, it is. This is one of the limited edition that they had for Christmas time last year. They came out in October, which was good because you're going to come out with something for Christmas and Christmas. So this is also carbon. And that's not what this is. So I do have 2 carbons. For once, it wasn't like, oh, I have it. Oh, damn, no, I don't. Because sometimes I'll be doing it. I'll be like, oops, sorry. So I do have 2 carbons. Okay, so we got 1 more. I want to do more of this black. What side is the black on? It's on that side. Okay. Because I'm sure it can be built up. Yup, look at that. Ooh. Wow. So you can put it on and blend it. That's the shade of black you prefer. This one, Paulette, or carbon? Okay, let me... Blend Bunny. Dawn says she's anxious to see what Blend Bunny is teasing. Janessa says she loves mystery bags. I always joke that I already bought everything I wanted, so now I need someone to send me things I didn't know I wanted. Right? Tony says, Dion, do a live with the oldest makeup in your collection. That would be a great discussion. Tanya, you have enough? Okay. I can do that, Tony, but I don't keep stuff past, like, when they start to turn. Like, somebody did a video with the original, I was going to say the original OG. The OG is the original Naked palette. That was like 12 years old, and they compared it against the new one, and they were saying, like, did the formula change? First of all, I'm not putting 12-year-old shadow on my eyes, but then I'm like, of course the formula is going to be different because this one is brand new. That one you have for 12 years. So I was kind of like, what? Like, how is that going to be this? How is it going to apply the same? You know what I'm saying? But anyway. And people were like, yeah, the new one does look different. It's brand new. The other one was 12 years old. I'm like, y'all just, people not. Let me see what Paulette said. This one, yeah, because you can build it up. That carbon, you put it on, that's a black. And it looks creamy. It is. I love MAC shadows. Which side is it on? I keep swatching on my finger to see which side of the sponge tip has this shade on there. And then like when you blend it out though, look at this. So even if you put it on and blend it out, and like how I tapped it, you can tap it to build it up and then just blend it. Like easy peasy. MAC shadows are easy. So let me see. So I missed something. I'm looking at comments. Mona says she's never. Oh, Tanya says, yeah, she loved to see old school palettes from back in the day. And I don't have any from back in the day because I don't keep stuff that long. I mean, not for like 5-6 years. Mona says she's never been considered pretty by the world standards. But you know what? You are beautiful. Us trolls are amazing and we look wonderful, whatever anybody say. And that's where the self-love comes in and the self-confidence comes in. Just knowing that you rock. You get a lot of mean comments about having a beauty channel, skincare with all of my flaws. They're not flaws. You know what? It's our imperfections that makes us perfect. It's our so-called imperfections that makes us unique. So you know what the hell with all the motherfuckers. Oops, did I say that out loud? I think anyone can show up as their best version. Yeah, and you have to be content and know that you're beautiful regardless. And that's what this channel is. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. You have to love yourself first. Nina says, no man is teasing the palette, Dion. Are you getting it in PR? No. And I did message Felicia and asked her about it. Half the palette is pressed pigments. And she did offer to send it. And I'm like, no. Because No Match formula is nice. And I'm like, I believe the whole palette deserves to be used and loved. And I would only be able to use half of it. And so they're very gracious to me. She's like, just let me know. I'm just like, because I wouldn't be able to use half of it, and so I feel like it would be wasted. How do you use that carbon without muddying it up? Hoping to learn that in a course. I don't have an answer for that. And even when stuff gets muddy, I like it because I like messy grunge, and so I don't care if stuff gets muddy. I think it would be, well, it would. That's another topic. Yeah, because I'll be here like 20 minutes talking about that, but it's a way to do it. I'll just say that. And it has to do with the undertones of the shadows you put next to it or that you're trying to blend it with. That's what it boils down to. That's the easy answer. Mona's going to find your channel, Janessa. Yo, Janessa is wild. I'm telling you. I love her channel. Dawn says she hasn't been interested in the new Nomads yet. Always excited to see what they come up with, though. Yeah, and Paulette loved that one, too, says Mona. Tanya says she has probably 10 plus palettes in your collection. And you know, and that's all you have. And if you have every color, that's enough. So when I see some of these channels, 500 palettes, I'm like, it ain't no way you ain't got like 200 dupes out of your 500 palettes. And Janessa says she'll check out your channel too, Mona. We got one more shade. I'm swiping this again to see which side the black is on. Okay, it's on this side. So we got one side left clean for this brown. And we're going to hiccup. Excuse me. So rude. Damn, excuse me. Oh, let's do a mustache. Hey, we're going to do it, y'all. We're going to do it. I'll be cracking myself up. Sometimes I wonder, like now, like if I was watching somebody's channel, what would I think of me? Like this, like she's just what the hell? I'd be like if I just popped in like right now into a live stream and somebody's doing what I'm doing now, I would be like, what the fuck are they on? Like, but y'all know it is fun and I don't care. Like that's the thing. Just have fun with your channel. That's all 40 shades in. The sponge tip is done. We got 2 more I pulled out that's going back home. Y'all, we did it. Let me read comments real quick. 10 plus years. Mona's asking who else has a channel. You know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start doing what Lori does. Waiting on Ghost Town and Haunted Europe are both supposed to come back out for the Halloween season. Dawn says Tanya, she remember when she had that much, and when I started watching YouTube, yeah, that's what happens. So y'all, we did it. I should have did a strip down my nose. My nose is looking blank. I did a mustache and my nose don't have nothing on it. So y'all, we did it. This is all 40 shades. My thumb is finally softening up. I can bend it now, and it doesn't hurt. It feels like it wants to crack, but it doesn't hurt anymore. I drop this palette, what about a shade on each eye now since you're running? I'm done. This brown was the last one. That was this one. So what we did, we started here and went around and then here and came up here and then here to here and here and that. So that brown, that's this one. That's the last one. Haunted Europe is your favorite. Your first and favorite from No Matter Almost What Ghost Town. What? Oh my gosh. And I feel bad saying it. Every shimmer, metallic, whatever that formula is in in Haunted Europe, every shimmer, every metallic in Haunted Europe creased on me. And I had it twice. The first time I had it, it creased on me. The second time I was just like... And yeah, so we're just going to leave that alone. So I'm not going to ask for that one again because... Am I going to do a look soon with this palette? It depends on what you mean by soon, Paulette. And I say that because I have videos already scheduled for September. So what I might do, September 4th, you have it in your calendar. No one's going to pass on Haunted Europe. Well, that's why she passed. And I really love that color story. I'm like, every single shimmer or metallic, whatever that shadow is, that formula is in that palette creased on me. And I think it's whatever oil they use in it, because different palettes, they put a different oil or a different specific element in it. And so I think it's just whatever oil or whatever that element is in that palette. Because none of their other palettes did every single metallic shimmer crease on me. That's the only one. And I love that color story, so I was really annoyed. But what I may do is, Paulette, is ask the members what they think as far as maybe doing a live and doing a look here. But as far as doing a look to post it, it would probably be, I'll say at least 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And the end of the month, I'm going to a conference that's like 4 days. And so that's going to mess up my schedule. It's over Labor Day weekend from Thursday to Monday, I think, but I'm going down Saturday. So that's going to jack me up as far as filming, but I will have stuff I have stuff already scheduled. But so Janessa saying maybe we should do a collab palette bingo. Palette bingos. Janessa, let's do it. And when I do schedule videos, I try to schedule it out and leave space. Like when I schedule, I don't schedule Monday, Tuesday. Well, Monday I don't because of live streams. I'll schedule actually lately Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and maybe Sunday. And I leave Tuesdays open in case something comes up and members are like, yes, do a live stream. Yeah, so I don't think it would be this month unless I just pump out just like one look. Hey Deirdre, where'd you come from? You just popped up. How you doing, girl? She said palette bingo is a great idea. Palette bingos are scary, but when I've done them for member requests before, and even palette bingo with different palettes, like do a bingo for the palettes, like 3 palettes, and then do a bingo to pick the shades. The random generator was really good to me, and the colors it chose were very cohesive. But even if I just pumped out one look, it wouldn't go up probably for like 3 weeks. Unless I just like doubled up, because sometimes I have my usual 7 a.m. video Eastern Standard Time, and then if something pressing comes up, I'll schedule something for that evening. But I try not to do that because I want to be conscious of your time, because whenever I post, I do want y'all to watch it, and I don't want y'all to feel like, oh my God, she's posting twice a day now and she's having all these live streams, and then you know what I'm saying. So I don't want to overwhelm and overload y'all. But we did it, y'all. This is 40 shadows. Look at my shoulder from this palette. You see all of this? Oh my gosh, I am so sensitive. For me to be so rude, obnoxious, I got the nerve to be sensitive, like my skin and sinuses and allergies and whatnot. So look at it. This is from something else, but this is all from that palette. Even and it's raised up. Like this is gonna bruise. Oh my God. And this is how it was. But we did it, y'all. Thank you, Deirdre. I appreciate you being here, Deirdre. So all 40 shades of this palette. So I'm just gonna lean in. I'm going to say this is a beautiful shade, even though it's my skin tone, because if I go ham on something, or if I'm just like, oh my God, like this is not working, this is not blending or whatever, this shade, that I believe is this one right here. Yeah, because we did 1, 2, and 3. We started up here. This would be the shadow to use to buff out something else. Thank you, Tanya. It is always so much fun. I enjoy y'all being here. You're so surprised I got this palette. And I was saying earlier, it fits perfect where I store my palettes. Like it was just like it was meant to be. And I am going to take a picture of it in there. Maybe 2 different ways to figure out how I like it best, but it actually fits with where the majority of my palettes are. I have a container with my larger palettes, and then I have a smaller container with like lethal BYOPs and like the MAC 12 pans and the 9 pans and some of my quints and quads. But where the larger palettes are, this there's room, and I did put this in here early, and it fit perfect. But yeah, we did it. So, but this would be my buff out shade for sure, for sure. You know what, Michelle? I was surprised when I went in the store it was there because this came out for Pride Month. And so like 2 months later, it was still in the store. And I'm just like, why is this still here? But I was glad that it was. And when I went back in to get it, I thought it wasn't going to be there. And it was. And I'm just like, why are they not? And now I'm thinking, should I go back and see if that last one is in there? Can you sell me the display if I have off? Yeah, because online it says it's not available. Because it was 3 in the store and 1 on display. And I talked to the lady. She turned out to be the manager. And she said they're not getting anymore. She's like, when they're done, they're done. And it surprised me because it was like 2 months after Pride Month. And I'm like, why are these still here? Like, why are they not sold out? And so 2 days later, I went online to order it. And online it was not available. And when I went in the store, all 3 were still there, plus the 1 on display. So sometimes it'll say not available, but it may be in the store. It'll say not available in store, but it'll be in the store. Um, is it raining? Oh my gosh. But it's raining hard, which is good. My vehicle will be washed. Thank you, Lord, for washing my vehicle today. I always say that when it rains hard because I seldom go to the car wash. So we did all the shades. I don't think so, Nina. I don't think this is going to make it to the CCO because the full price of this is donated to LGBTQIA plus through their Viva Glam. So all $150 of this is going to that organization. And so I don't see this going to the CCO for them to just sell it cheaper. I don't see that happening. I really don't. I really don't. But it may. But I really doubt it. I really doubt it. But yes, Michelle, if you can get to a Mac store, thank you for your excitement that I have it because I'm just like, I love their formula. So I'm like, okay. And then the packaging, I was like, okay. And then you can pop these out and put their other single pans in here. So I'm like, okay. And 100% of the cost goes to the organization. I'm like, okay. So it was just like, I don't know about overstock because she said they only were sent 3 and 1 for display. Because I asked her, was there some in the back? She said no. She said they only sent this. I mean, she could have been lying to me. She said they only sent her 4 and 1 was for display. So I don't know if overstock somewhere. I don't know. Locke is asking, and also with CCO stuff don't go to the CCO for like a long time. Like I don't see anything new at the CCO. Like I don't. Locke is asking, what do I think about the shadow layout? I like it. I'm thinking about, I think it was Mount Verde Cloud Forest from Nomad. People were saying how they thought the color story was chaotic because most people, they like stuff to be grouped according to families and going from light to dark or dark to light. And even some people, when they rearrange their palettes, that's how they put them. They put all the color stories together from light to dark. I don't like it that way because then all I'm seeing is, okay, we got a group of purple, we got a group of blue, we got a group of green, and that doesn't help my mind figure out what to do with it because y'all know I really don't prefer monochromatic looks. And so with Mount Verde Cloud Forest, and I think me and Jamila did a collab for that, and we had both said the same thing, not knowing we were going to say the same thing, that we both felt like it wasn't chaotic. It actually helped us look at the palette and look at the colors individually to figure out what type of look we wanted to do versus everything just being grouped together in their color story and according to the gradients of color. So that's how I feel about this one. And even though you can still do that, if you want to do a purple blue look, here you go. You want to do a reddish look, here you go. You want a couple pops and to be funky in a good way, here you go. You want to do a gray blue look, you have these little four right here. If you want to do a light ethereal pinkish type look, here you go right here. You want to do a gold look, here you go right here. You want to do green, here you go. You want to do a smoky look, here you go. You know what I mean? So you still can do that. And so but when I look at this, I'm looking at both sides because y'all know I like the dark, but then y'all also know I usually put a lighter shade on the first portion of my lid too. And so I love the color story. Of course, I love what it stands for, like this entire palette, the Pride Month. And just having all of this together. And I think me looking at it, it looks easy. Because you have your tan look, a pink look, a gray blue smoke look. You got a purple look. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's still set up kind of monochromatic, except you got these bright bolds right here. But as you saw with this bright, that bright, and this bright, they don't pop like that on me. They're just transition type shades for me. And so I like the layout of it, and I am excited to get into it. That was a good question, Lot, because some people be like, "This is chaotic." Michelle says she loves chaotic color stories. Because you know what? It makes me really think like what to do. Because I don't prefer monochromatic looks. And so when I see something like this, I'm just like, ooh, wow. Like I get excited. Excuse me, Michelle says it's beautiful. And it's fab. I love this palette. I haven't even used it yet. They're just like, oh. So what's chaotic in what people say is chaotic to me is it's not. And maybe because my mind is just all over the place anyway. Like, I don't know. Yeah, and it inspires me too. Exactly, Michelle. Janessa says she often groups things together if she customizes, but sometimes she loves a palette that just looks like fun content. Exactly. It just, if you look at, no, not fun content, fun confetti, she says. Looks like fun confetti. And Michelle's like, yeah, it looks like confetti, perfectly stated. Locke said maybe it's her device playing tricks on her, but the pans look like various pan sizes. I think it's the way they have it shaped, because all of these are the same. And all of these are the MAC Pro Pan shades. Like these, even though these do look bigger. Looking at this and here, they do look bigger. They're the same exact size as the ones in this Pride palette. But yeah, it's not, yeah. So I think our eyes are just playing tricks on us. Because these in here look bigger. They're the same exact size as these. And so if you have this, you can pop any of these out. You can rearrange it. You can pop them out, buy other single pan MAC shadows, and Pat McGrath single shadows fit in here too. And so, yeah, these are all the same. And it might be the way I'm holding it, because holding it down this way, it does look like these are bigger, and as you go up, they get smaller. So it might be also the way I'm holding it. So like this, I think they look more the same, but then the ones on the outer corners, I think, are looking larger. So it's just the way I'm holding it, I think. And the ones that look like that. Yeah, I think it's the way I'm holding it. You love that it goes light to dark, though. Yeah, so it's the rainbow. Yeah, it kind of just goes over. I don't mind a bit of mixing, says Deirdre. Even if it makes sense versus being completely random. Yeah, because some color stories, it's not even cohesive. Like if you have like a bright green, a bright red, and like a bright orange, it's like, what the fuck am I doing with that? Like, what? I know. So even though this may look chaotic to some people, it is cohesive because you can just look at it. Well, I can and see looks in it. I'm reading comments. You don't like the Norvina palettes? I saw those. First of all, I can't use them because they're pressed pigments. But to me, even those color stories, I'm gonna just hold this way. Those color stories to me were chaotic, and I don't mind bright colors. I don't mind bold colors, but when the whole palette is just bold and bright, it's like, what do you do with that? And I do know some people do all just bold, bright looks, and so it depends on what you like and what your aesthetic is, I guess. Paulette says four smiles. That's what it was, right? 4 huge smiles. I'm thinking of that Kool-Aid commercial because he had a big smile. Yeah, 4 big smiles, 4 rows. I'm making sure I'm not missing comments. Yeah, when other people call it chaotic, to you it's playful. Exactly. And it's just, it depends on how your mind works. And so when people say stuff like that, I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I don't, my brain is different. Okay, I think we got all the comments, y'all. Thank you for your time, y'all. Yeah, so me and Janessa, we're going to do a palette bingo. And that'll be a good way for me to start with this. Oh, you know what? Now that we've done the swatches, we can take that paper off. Thank you for being here because I do always swatch stuff before I use it. And so it's been sitting in the box this entire time because I wait for my trolls before I dig into stuff and we experience it together. And I really appreciate y'all for that because I do be waiting for y'all. And sometimes I be like, so I left it in the box and I'm like, let me just not look at it. I'm like, I'm gonna wait for my trolls and we're gonna open it together, experience it together. And we did the damn thing, y'all. This was really just awesome. It's amazing. And y'all see in here, like, some of the shades, because of how I did the sponge tip, some of them, there is a little bit of fallout here. But look at this palette. We swatched every single shade in here and look at it. It is not even messy. It is not messy. It's not dusty. Y'all. So I'm gonna put this in here that has the names on it. I'm gonna put that back in here. I am really just excited about this. And again, looking at these colors all over my face, just dupe out the colors. Like how I was saying, you know, this can be a look, that can be a look. Just dupe out the colors. You know, so and it's not always about the palette, it's about the colors and what, you know, type of look you want to do. And so if you don't have this, and you're like, wow, that color story is amazing, dupe it out for what you have and just put it together. Oh, thank you, Mona. Oh, you. I hope to get you know you better. Yeah, I'm here all the time, and this is how I am all the time. So right now, you know me as well as everybody else in here. Like even I am different than yesterday. Yesterday I had not slept well, and I was just like, oh my gosh, but I was still here, and y'all can tell the difference. If y'all were here yesterday and today, y'all can tell the difference in my personality. Because yesterday was rough. I was just like, whew. Yeah, and if you flip it upside down, it's a rainbow. You know what, Dawn? You're right. Let me take this back out again. Yep, it's a rainbow. And I like that the mirror is the same shape as the shadows. So it's just like, just close it up all together. Put this paper back in here. So thank y'all for being here for me. Thank you to the members or whoever suggested, or maybe I just been like, should I do this week or next week? And the answer was do it this week or whatever. But y'all know that I do listen to the members and I'll be asking y'all questions because I don't want to overload y'all. And so I do appreciate that y'all be just excited as me to see stuff and to get stuff done. And I just really love it. And I do be waiting for y'all to do swatches before I dig into a palette. So now we swatched it. I'm ready to dig into it. Yep, no fallout palette. I love MAC's formula. Even these metallic shades. And I tell people, if you like that high shine shimmer, MAC is not going to do it for you. But if you like satins, if you like metallics, if you just like, and you like bold colors, bright colors, I mean, MAC will do it for you. But some people are like, oh, it's not shiny enough. I like dark, smoky, and grungy, so I don't really need the high shine shimmer. But the formula, I love MAC's formula. So it just depends on what your preference is. If you want high shine shimmer, if you want every other shadow to be a dual chrome or multi-chrome, MAC ain't gonna do it for you. But if you want the simplicity of just a good formula that you can do your face first, which I always do anyway, do your face first and then do your eyeshadow look and not be concerned about fallout or particles all over your face. MAC is the brand. Easy, simple, goes on. You see how they went. You see how even the dark shades, you can put it on dark, you can blend it out. Even this over here, how it blended out. This one, how that blended out into like different colored specks or whatever. MAC is just easy to work with. You do not have to worry about, is it going to look right? Is it going to blend? Is it going to be fallout? Is it going to be messy? I just realized, y'all, probably because I had breakfast, I didn't even moisturize my lips. And I'm sitting here like, why my lips are feeling dry? Yeah, the end of the video, I'm putting on lip balm. And none of y'all didn't tell me, troll, moisturize your lips. I see how y'all do me. I don't need disco light eyes for every day. I love a good satin. MAC will do it for you, Deirdre. Because like these types of shades, and even up here, this, like I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. These right here, like look at these right here. And these two, these two, these three, and these two. That does it for me. Like that formula, that does it for me. And no fallout. The pan was still clean. It ain't dusty, none of that. And I be looking at some people's palettes, some people's Pat palettes, some people's Natasha palettes. I'm just like, ugh. But then I cleaned mine after I. But anyway. But yeah, so we're gonna go, y'all, because at this point I am just babbling. I'm excited. Thank you again, all of you, for being here. Welcome, Mona. Thank you, Deirdre, for popping in. I didn't expect you to do it today, Mona. Thank you, Mona. Mona is an official troll kin. Mona just joined the channel membership. And make sure y'all do check out Mona's channel too, because she does have a channel. Oh, this is what I was going to say earlier. Oh, okay, hang tight, nobody leave yet. This is what I'm gonna start doing. Mona, Dawn gave you a welcome to the fam. This is what Lori from It's Lori's Life does at the end of her live streams. She says, if you create content, let us know in the chat what you got going on for this week or next week. So that's what I'm asking you. If you do videos, if you do content, you are all the way in, Mona. Welcome to the inside of the house. And like is saying, welcome to Mona. So if you do content, put in the chat, and I'll read it because it doesn't show up after it converts to a regular video. Put in the chat what you have coming up this week, and I'll read your comment. That way everybody else here can be sure to look out for you and to check in on what you're doing. I will say Grace, bestie here, Joe Beauty 87, she is a member, but she signed up under her other email by mistake. But she is an official troll kin. And so what I do is when I do a poll, I'll send it to her so that her voice is still heard. Y'all, look at my shoulder. Y'all see what I do for y'all? This is gonna be here till like tomorrow night. All from holding that palette there. Damn. So Grace is an official troll kin, even though it's not a star by her name, because she signed up under her other email. So yeah, if you have something coming up, put in the chat what it is. I'll read it. That way people can know when to find you when you do videos. And I love that Lori does that. And she does read them as well. So whatever you have coming up, I'm going to go through what's here really quick. Who's here really quick. Mona does videos. Locke does videos. Let me see. Janessa does videos. Michelle does videos. And I'm saying this so if you want to click on their names. Who else? I think that's the most of who's here, who's been commenting that I can see is here. And I feel like I'm missing somebody. Maybe I'm not. Tanya does videos, but she's been on a hiatus. And so, but check out her channel because she does still have content there from before. But hopefully she'll be doing videos again soon. Who else? I think that might be it as far as who does videos. But make sure y'all do check each other out. Check out each other's channels. I'm still scrolling here. I think that's everybody. Okay, let me scroll to the bottom, see if I missed anything. Janessa says, not sure when it will come out yet, but her next video is a makeup Thunderdome with Menagerie Cosmetics. And so whether or not you're into Menagerie Cosmetics, check out Janessa's channel anyway. She does a lot of fun stuff over there. And I'm going to tell you now, and if y'all don't know, her makeup is bold. And her wigs be even bolder. And her personality is friggin' hilarious. Like she is so much fun to watch. She's very informative and also entertaining. And she really explains things in really good detail. And I really do enjoy her channel. So do make sure you check her out. Mona says you need to put something on that, maybe cortisone cream or Benadryl to restore the barrier with oil. I have a nice lotion I can put on. And it's not a rash or anything. It's just a bruise from having this sitting on there for the last hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, my skin is just really just like not. But you know what? It looks like it's spreading, doesn't it? Because now it's like back here. And all the... Yeah, I'm going to put something on it. That looks crazy, right? It looks like a rash. That's just from... But you know what? It might be a rash from this plastic. Yeah, I'm going to put some hydrocortisone cream with it because it's spreading. It's spreading. It's just like, what the... Yeah, so it might be this it might be the plastic. But, all right, we're going to go. Yeah, I'm going to... looks fucking nuts. Because okay. All right. Thank everyone for being here. Make sure you do check out each other's channel. We painted the face. We did it, y'all. I don't think I've ever done 40 shades before. And I'm excited about this palette. Janessa and I, at some point, we're going to, do our collab, palette bingo. Her and Grace and I are trying to figure out how to do the live stream because our times are different. I think they're in the same time zone. I'm not. Um, or maybe all three of us are in different time zones. I don't know. But make sure y'all check out our channels. If you're watching a replay and you popped in a little later during the live, make sure you subscribe. Membership is available. I have a lot of playlists on my channel. You can just find what you want to watch. And we're going to go. Thank all of you being here. Thank you for watching. Stuff will pop up. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's really not. But we're going to go. Thank you all again who are here, who stayed for the duration. We did the damn thing, y'all. And I'm excited to start busting out looks with this. And so, as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon. Bye. And thanks again for joining, Mona, and thank you, Locke, for the super chat.